Final topic. More DC shenanigans. What the fuck, man? What the fuck? What the fucking fuck? Okay. This Batman movie, Ben Affleck has just got to be ruined the day he agreed to do this with all these up and down.
Yeah.
What didn't Casey Affleck say a few weeks ago? I don't think he's actually going to do the Batman. And that was all over the internet. And then he came back on with his PRP.
It's sounding more and more plausible.
I think it's all. We've been saying that we didn't even think Ben Affleck wanted to do the role at all anymore. That's been out in the rumors. All of this is plausible. He could do the role for another 3 movies. It's plausible he could be done tomorrow. We don't fucking know. Here's what I think is funny. Regardless, now Matt Reeves, explain this shit to me. This makes no fucking sense. So Matt Reeves is going to be directing the Batman, not Ben Affleck. We both agreed that's probably for the best because he doesn't want to wear all the hats, not just literally, but metaphorically.
The cap and cowl and the director's chair.
Yeah, exactly. There's all these rumors going around that Ben Affleck isn't happy and wants out. That obviously, or that probably makes the most sense, that he probably really does want out. But he came on at Comic-Con and said, no, I fucking love being Batman. As long as they'll let me do it, I'll keep doing it. He said he is still going to be in The Batman with Matt Reeves directing it. They're doing a different script than what Ben Affleck was writing. All this has been officially confirmed by Matt Reeves, Ben Affleck, and DC.
Yes.
Now, according to this, The Batman, starring Ben Affleck, who, again, if I'm speaking very slowly, I'm doing that to add effect that this makes no fucking sense. He's going to play the same role, but it's not in the DCEU. It's not going to be in the extended universe of these shared movies. Why?
It doesn't make any sense to me. Why are you continuing to make properties that are not part of your ECU?
Or if you are going to, fine, but why would you use the same actor? Do you know how fucking confusing that is? No, it's still Ben Affleck. It's still the same Batman, but it's not in the universe that you just saw. Then why?
Yeah, it's not in the continuity, so you got to discard that.
That makes no fucking sense. This is so stupid. Then why even have him? If you want to do a whole trilogy that's got nothing to do with this extended universe, seems like a weird step, but that's their prerogative. It's probably going to end up being a better movie than the turds they've shit out, other than, Wonder Woman. It's probably going to be better. But you've made such a big deal about this DC extended universe and fucked up every step of it. Well, that's an exaggeration, but you get my point. Why would... What the hell?
I don't get it either, because with Batman, there's so much content out there. You could do like a pre-Batman, Ben Affleck, a little old, but, get him some Just for Men, get his hair back to the right color. You could do a Jason Todd Joker adaptation. You could do, and you could even throw in
you could
Jared
do Batman
Leto.
That'd be cool as shit.
Well, you could throw in Jared Leto for that and stay in the continuity and in the DCEU. You could do like a Batman Hush type of situation, which the comic book just did phenomenal, and it's a fantastic story. But you could do something based on that, outside of necessarily having Superman and Wonder Woman and everything in there.
Yeah.
You could still have that type of movie or even that type of trilogy if you wanted to make Batman his own separate hero again. But keep it in the continuity. I don't understand why you're going to take something out of the continuity and out of the money you've already spent, unless maybe this is the warning sign that Justice League may be the final, I don't know, maybe the death rattle for the DCEU, at least currently, until they want to restart it.
Should we even be really surprised at this point that we have another giant red flag going on with all? It just feels like they are just pushing. I feel like they're making so many decisions. Again, I don't know. We don't know what's going on in the board meetings of all the. I'm sure there's some great creative, driven people that care a lot about this shit too. But so many of these decisions seem so drastically and done out of desperation that it feels like the main determining factor is fear of losing out on all the money that Marvel's making of something that they've proven is what audiences want to see, that they're just trying to force it down our throats quickly before maybe audiences stop wanting to see I think it's fear. We got to do it right now. Well, why don't you just take another 5 years and build up these individual properties like Marvel did? No, because audiences might be sick of it by then. It just feels like everything's based on fear.
Oversaturation.
Train wreck.
I'm getting a strong Batman Forever kind of smell from this now.
Well, you know what?
Kiss from a Rose is playing in my mind when I'm thinking of this.
Why? But because we're not talking Joel Schumacher and campy. If anything, Matt Reeves is a hell of a director. It's got to be better than. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. But I would.
The thing is, there's still a hangover from Christopher Nolan. I mean, he did a great job with the 3 movies he had. Now, I didn't like the third one as much as I liked. Probably the best comic book movie ever made was the second Batman movie, The Dark Knight. But there's still a bit of a hangover. Now, I don't know why. I have no idea why they do this, because I know another thing we wanted to talk about was the Joker getting his own movie as well.
Let's talk about that.
I mean, this is something that has huge possibilities. I mean, I don't necessarily need to make an origin movie, and I hope to God they don't make another origin movie of the Joker, because he's been covered in the Tim Burton version. I feel like we know who the Joker is. Now, if you wanted to do a Joker based on the Jason Todd version of the Joker, who was actually Robin, and I can't remember if he was Nightwing or not, but then he becomes the Joker.
He was like the second Robin or the third Robin?
He was the second or third Robin, and it ends up becoming the Joker after Batman thought the Joker had killed him. Now, if you want to do something like that would be a tremendous story.
I would love to see that one. I do not want to see a fucking origin story of the Joker, because my favorite thing about this iconic character that has transcended generations, different comic book stories over and over, different versions of him, different people playing him, different voice actors. But the one consistent thing, other than Tim Burton's, even though the movie was an iconic and it was a great job, that I couldn't fucking stand is the Joker is not this one guy that killed Bruce's parents. You just shoveled that in. But besides that, forget that.
Yeah.
My
the guy that created that, and then Bruce ends up creating the Joker in Tim Burton's world.
And that arc worked fine, but I mean, they polluted, to me, one of my favorite aspects of the Joker is you don't know where this guy came from, ever. You never fucking know.
Yeah.
And that, to me, is what identifies the Joker, is that sense of ambiguity. I don't want that taken away.
Yeah. That's what Heath Ledger had in the Joker. It's that
remember all the times?
Know.
Yeah, he kept giving false stories. That was the Joker.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, clearly this person is completely fucked, but that's the whole thing. Is you don't know. You just know that this guy's willing to do things that nobody else would ever do. Mm-hmm. And that's what you're fighting.
And that's what makes him so scary, is that you don't know what the fuck his motive is. That's scary as shit. He just does things.
Or he has no motive. He's just doing it for the reaction.
Some people just want to watch the world burn.
Exactly.
Here's something. Now, maybe you're more optimistic about this than I am, but again, we're doing another DC movie from one of the most iconic characters after we just barely saw the Joker in Suicide Squad, and now this is going to be outside of the universe. Fine.
Is the Joker also outside the universe?
Yep.
Jesus.
Here's interesting.
This right here. That is the nail in the coffin. That is telling me that after Justice League, that there's going to be some issue of disbanding, because you cannot carry two different DC properties congruently and not have them connected.
Because I'm assuming this wouldn't even be in the same universe as the Batman one, which also sounds like it's in it. This is fucking ridiculous.
And I mean, I'm going to go back to Iron Man 3. The thing that annoyed me the most about Iron Man 3 was the fact it was only Iron Man. At that point, we developed, and he even said in the movie that since New York, things have been different. But you never saw another superhero. There was never another mention of another superhero. But somehow the president is fucking kidnapped, and nobody else cares but Tony Stark. That's what bothered me about the third Iron Man movie. And if you're going to try to do it with the whole universe by creating these movies that are one-offs or whatever they might be, and not include them in that continuity, it's like, why? You're wasting your fucking money.
especially when they're putting all this effort in to try to chase Marvel. This doesn't make any sense to me. I'm not against them doing this stuff, but like pick one, pick a method and choose it.
You know what? I love the idea of taking a villain and giving him his own movie. Love it. I said that about Fantastic Four when it shit the bed, this reboot, that, give up on Fantastic Four for a few years and make Doctor Doom his own movie.
Right.
I want to see that. I want to see a Joker movie, right? It doesn't have to include a whole bunch of people,
right?
As far as for superheroes and stuff like that. Make him the anti-hero or whatever you want to be. Make him the person I'm rooting for until the end. But I like that they're taking the risk and wanting to do that.
Right.
But it just seems asinine that you're going to take and you're going to spend a bunch of money over here that's not related at all to this, right?
What the fuck, Marvel? Here's something. Now this also doesn't make any sense to me. At first, I was like, "Oh, that could be." It's being produced by Martin Scorsese, one of my favorite directors of all fucking time.
The Joker movie is?
The Joker movie, not directed, produced by.
Okay, because I was gonna say, what is he gonna have? Jonah Hill as the Joker?
Could you imagine Martin Scorsese like doing like a Departed with the Joker? That could be fucking cool. But then I read, wait a minute, he's not directing, he's producing it. Well, who's directing it? Todd Phillips. And I'm like, okay, what has Todd Phillips done?
Yeah.
The Hangover.
Yeah, old school.
Due Date. The More Things Change. School for Scoundrels. All these comedies.
Yeah. He
what
did,
the fuck,
Road Trip.
Man?
He did Road Trip, too.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I'm here for the gangbang.
So... The first time you want to do a serious movie, if you're going to take the Joker, and I assume this is going to be cerebral and kick ass, this sounds like someone just pulled some. I'm really at this point starting to think that the heads of DC are just so fucking confounded about what they're doing. They've given up, and it's like that episode of South Park where the economy collapsed, and they go to talk to the federal whatever money people, and they just cut off a chicken and let it run until it like lands on some spot in the pinwheel, and that's what they decide to fucking do. Because this just seems like it's just completely made up. If someone gave me all these individual facts, I would have been like, dude, that makes no fucking sense. I don't get this.
I think what's happened is they've realized how shitty the movies are that they're making, and they're still making money off of them. They're like, we can't go wrong. Right? It doesn't matter what we put out there. We're going to sell $500 million worth of tickets. So, yeah. We're printing our own money, for Christ's sake. Yeah.
We've got to have a handful of people in that boardroom that are just pissed as hell because they feel like their properties...
There's people that are cringing. There's people that are like,
not getting treated with the respect they want, and they're looking over at the guys that are in charge of the money, and they're doing coke off a stripper's ass, and they've been wasted for 3 days straight, and they're just like, yeah, whatever, man. Anyway, enjoy your next Miata.
Exactly, yeah. The boss is like, telling them how it's going to be, and they're all yes men, and then there's people that are just like, oh my God. They're like editing their resume as they're sitting in the board meeting. Like, oh, what can I put in this?
Hey, you guys, great news. Wonder Woman, critical hit. Female director. She knocked it out of the park. Awesome story. Maybe we should stick to more, these kind of idealisms as we go forward with this stuff. They're coming up from another bump of coke as they go, whoo, let's be honest, at this point, dude, it don't even fucking matter anymore. I got an idea. You guys like Martin Scorsese? Of course you do. Everybody does. Oh, we have him direct? I'm thinking the Joker. Wait,
My cousin knows him.
Yeah, not direct. Let's have him produce the shit. Let's just have him produce. Now, don't have him direct. Let's go get the Hangover guy. Get the fucking Hangover guy to do the Joker. Oh, that's in. Run with that one, too. I got another idea. I'm thinking Batman. Let's start over. I know everybody, that was the only thing people liked about Batman v Superman. Fuck it. Let's start over. Let's just start over. Completely different universe. What the fuck, DC? I don't get this.
Yeah. Ben Affleck got sober. It's not cool anymore.
God, he was the best part, too. Don't get me wrong, I love Henry Cavill as Superman.
Batman v Superman, he was the highlight of Batman v Superman. God damn. Ben Affleck.
Well, for those of you watching, and I know that this gets to be a very heated and passionate topic that some of you will disagree with my views to the point, and I completely respect that. Let us know why we're wrong. What do you think?
Why we're right.
Yeah, like either. I'm just curious. I could very well just be ridiculous here, and everybody thinks that this is the best idea in the world. To me, this just doesn't make any fucking sense. I don't get this. I want them all to work out. I hope this new Batman movie, or he says a potential trilogy, are the best movies since Chris Nolan. And I hope this Joker movie by Martin Scorsese is way better than what we got in Suicide Squad. This just doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah.
So, who fucking knows? Well, that's been episode 31 of Fractured Focus. Don't forget, you can always check us out at youtube.com/Fractured Focus, where we talk about everything from geek culture to nerd news, along with random topics for discussion. Please let us know what you think in the comments below. And with that being said, what the fuck, DC?
What the fuck? Yeah.
Until next time.